Testing.
All right, let me.
Testing. Ooh, that sounds good. Everything's working. Everything's the right resolution. Everything's with the right resolution. Everything's like red. Like everything's like it's recording.
It should be. Everything is the color it needs to be.
You're right.
Oh my god.
It's a nice jacket. Where'd you get that?
Uniqlo, obviously.
How long ago?
Last year.
Okay, dude, you're working right now.
No, I have to turn off my phone. That's what I said.
Okay. Right.
Well, all right. Welcome back to.
Welcome back to
Before You Know It, Jude and Ivan. This is our third episode of season 2.
Third episode. Actually, let's.
Third episode, second recording, to be specific.
Right. Oh my god, man.
So
what happened the other day?
Like with our thing. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
It's November 3rd.
Yeah.
Today was actually supposed to be the day that our episode was supposed to come out.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah. So we had a Halloween.
We were supposed to have a Halloween episode.
So we brought stuff, and yeah, like we had a whole conversation going on that day on for last Friday.
Right.
And
I'm gonna keep on staring at that thing, right?
Me and Jay right now are a little tense because we filmed at least an hour and a half of it until it died. Our pod track, as mentioned before, died, and we were trying to figure out what happened. What happened now? What was the problem? Because obviously it's not the hardware. It was the batteries.
So now I switched to rechargeable ones. Anyways, we should be good now.
Oh my gosh.
What happened on Friday?
We went to Osmos.
No. Let's start before.
Oh, so when we were recording? Yeah.
Yeah, what do you call it? I kind of pressed you, huh?
No, yeah. Because, the reason why, I think we talked a lot about it after the episode was done. Right. The episode after.
Yeah, too bad not a lot of people.
Yeah, no, that was a good episode because it's not only
mm-hmm.
It gave clarification on both ends. What do we need from each other?
Because
it's not. Yeah, no, it's not like we just talk. It's more like how do you want? How do we want?
I think to talk? The thing we need to clarify is so the episode that we recorded that's never gonna come out is
the Halloween episode.
Not because of what we said. It's because due to technical difficulties,
we weren't able to
it wasn't. It's not. It to me, it's not cohesive. It's not you know what I mean.
To us it would make sense, obviously, because we talked about it. But if we released that episode, it wouldn't make sense at all.
But in this podcast, right, when I noticed there are some moments where I'll be talking and stuff like that. This is where it's coming from. What happened the last or
what was happening during? We're just giving people context at this point,
right? It was there are sometimes I feel like I'll be leading the conversation and then done, and nothing's coming out from the other end. What I'm trying to say is Ivan, right? So the reason that's the whole context. I feel like I would always be the one bringing in the conversation, and Ivan would be. But anyways, how the episode went, it was I gave Ivan a chance to bring something up, right, out of
wherever, because there is a whole expectation. I think when
there's no way it's 2 bars already.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you just charged it.
Yeah, this is new batteries.
Oh my god.
Dude, this is not gonna happen again. Anyways, go ahead.
I think if I remember, we were talking about expectations.
Right.
I remember the previous episode, the episode that we filmed. So
right,
2,
yeah.
You I remember we finished that podcast and the episode, and we were both really satisfied.
Right.
And I think when we came into this next episode, my expectation was, okay, let's kind of do something similar in the way we conversed, and I was okay, that's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing. But then after the episode or during that episode, I was what the hell is Jay saying right now?
Yeah.
It's what more do you want from me? I think that third episode, I guess the previous recording is now it's not it's more a clarification, what do we need from each other. It's more it's not Jay just bringing conversation and topic. It's more everything, and you like specified everything in my life is worth talking about. So I was like, I guess that makes sense.
Because Ivan did say, I think, he wanted to know, or he wanted to let me know, like, that his life wasn't that interesting, and he didn't want to bring it up. But the conversation that arose from that, I really did like. But I don't think you should say it again. But anyways,
yeah,
you were like, another reason why the episode's not coming out is because obviously, like, we put that stuff on camera, and Ivan did say after the fact that we recorded that that stuff shouldn't be on camera.
Yeah, like some of it shouldn't be on camera, and then also just technical difficulties as well. So it's like, if there's like, if like it would have been released otherwise, and I think I would have been okay with it after the fact, but since there was that problem with the pod track, we couldn't do it, right? So
anyways, what do you call it, the air was a little different after that podcast.
Yeah, I think we started among other like conversations that we had with like Jordan. I think our conversations are more a little more serious than normal than mature. I think mature is a good way to put it. I'm a little bit more mature than how it used to be.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Like what do I mean? I don't know.
No, I'm talking about after that, like, cause like, I feel like in that supposed episode 3, I did pressure a little bit on the spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the spot.
The reason why I did that, and you did clarify, like, I watch a lot of podcasts and listen to a lot of things, and my expectations out of like you is what I see there, and that shouldn't how it be, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're both still kind of figuring. I think what I specified too is that you have more experience.
Yeah.
Like, you've been doing the vlogs for over how many years now?
Right.
I've always been just an asset, not like a main person of those vlogs. Like, not saying that obviously I'm not. Okay, yeah, that's kind of a weird way to put it, but I'm not saying I wasn't like a part, like a main part, but it's more like you're the one producing it, and then I was just a part of it.
Okay.
Where this podcast is more like we're both in. Like I think I need to understand it's both. We're both producing the episode at the same time.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's not like I'm an asset again, because that's what I've been so used to. That's how the vlogs have been like, right? So,
but if you obviously, it wasn't fair for me to do that.
Yeah, I mean now.
But you gotta give it, like, you gotta look at it this perspective. I want the best
out of the podcast.
Yeah. Episode. But wait, what was I gonna say? It was So look, right after what happened when I you remember when I literally paused and I was like, Ivan, I'm gonna give you this time to
yeah.
Right after that, blah 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 blah. We were talking about like your week and stuff. If I didn't pressure you, right, that conversation would never come out, right?
No, yeah, I don't think the conversation would come out.
Pressure makes diamonds, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
I guess so.
Right. So here we go. Okay. So I feel like, to me, right, I feel like after that, I did feel uncomfortable.
Did you?
Like, being around you and stuff, because like I feel like I did something where, it was like kind of out of pocket where I did that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like you kind of like pushed.
Yeah.
Kind of like push my buttons a little.
Yeah, because like you did say on the ride to Osmos, you were like, dude, you don't have to keep on telling me that.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm, like you said, like, I said was like, I think I made you felt like you weren't bringing anything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's unfair of me. So here, let's do this exercise, okay? We're gonna tell each other 2 compliments and 1 thing you gotta work on.
Like in general,
like in life or whatever, like
generally. Okay. Yeah. You're still looking.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. To be honest, it's in the back of my head too, so I'm like thinking about it, but I'm not like trying to look.
Because like once you hear these
once you hear these things come on,
stop and then re-record.
Yeah.
But if you want to go first, right?
Because
I was thinking about this morning. I was like, because we've been friends for so long.
How many years? It's like
ever
since you've lived in here in Canada.
You know what? In the back of my mind, I was like, dude, that was so uncomfortable what I did. I was like, dude, I just don't want to do this anymore. I really just I wanted to stop recording.
I think my perspective, like, I didn't see it as something uncomfortable, because I think when it comes to those type of situations,
right,
or just addressing, we need, like, people just in general need to learn how to be uncomfortable in those situations.
Okay.
Like being comfortable being comfortable in not being uncomfortable, in being, it's like being comfortable in those situations where you're not comfortable. Right. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Like, I think,
and you know what,
generally, like, I think our friend group, or just like mostly
raise it a little higher.
Yeah, I think mostly just you and me and Jordan, we are always in that field of comfortable, and we never push it outside of that. Right. Like, we're always in that bubble.
Right. And you know what? I don't want to say, but in this friendship, I don't think we would grow if we didn't. No.
If we didn't have that conversation, we wouldn't be like able to like talk about other things.
Right. So yeah, you can start 2 compliments and something.
Wait, why do I have to compliment you first?
Oh, okay. You want me to go? Okay.
Oh, wait. No, that's kind of weird. You probably thought about it. Did you think about it?
Okay. I did think about it in the beginning of the day, but I couldn't come up with anything. I couldn't come up with any 2 things to compliment you on.
I can't think of anything right now. I think
you gotta get it.
Like, off the spot.
I'll do it first if you want.
No, go for it. Okay. I think I have an idea, but I just need to like
2 compliments. Okay. 2 compliments.
I'm awesome and I'm cool.
No, I think number 1, I think I feel like I shouldn't be looking at you.
Yo, look at me in the eye, yo, when you say it.
It's just weird when I say it. Number 1, I think your eye and don't look at me, bro. I know your eye and clothes is like it's pretty. It's good, as in it's like something. I remember. Okay, what I'm trying to say is Ivan's fashion sense is good, just because the other day it's like you're looking at some of these Instagram posts and you're like, dude, that's so plain and that's so like, that's like, you know, like you have you have your you know how to like put on an outfit. That's number 1. Number 2 is I don't know what's number 2. I want to ask Jordan, but he's on the flight.
Oh yeah, he's flying out like at this moment, like right now.
Yeah, to Calgary. Number 2 would be I don't know. Damn, I actually don't know what.
We can start with just 1 each for now.
Okay, and then the one thing you have to work on, or like something you got to work on.
In general, this is in general, right?
In general.
Okay.
Something that's okay. You know what? Ever since Friday, this has been eating me alive.
What?
Something you gotta work on is literally use your car. I think you know where I'm coming from. Right?
Oh yeah.
The amount of times that you know what? You did brought this up once. You're like, dude, Jay, do you really think the 2 years where you're driving me around counts for now? Like, you know what I mean?
What do you mean? Like, I actually don't remember that conversation.
So, there was like a 2-year like point where you didn't have a car, you didn't have your N or anything, right?
Oh yeah.
And I'd be driving you back and forth, like John's, your house, yeah. So the time where I'm like, I remember you were like, hey Jay, if we're going stuff in North Van, I'll be driving. When I was in North Van, and then you'll be driving Burnaby, right? Yeah. And let's like the situation is like basically what I'm trying to say is like Jay, like you think driving the last 2 years, you said like you think I'm gonna be driving you around, like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Wait, did I say that?
Yeah, you did.
That is so shallow.
No. You did. Me. I remember you said. I think you said it jokingly, but like you said in passing, you're like, Jay, you really think the last 2 or the 2 years you're driving around?
That's something I know I would say though.
Right. So, yeah, I think that's like you need to use your car because like, I think this is like so like, well, it doesn't really matter, but they're like you know, it was like one time I drove you and then basically, okay, I don't know where I'm going with this, but last Friday when we go to Osmos, you wanted me to drive, right? Mm-hmm. And then like you were like, dude, why the hell did I drive here? Blah 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 blah. Like pick you up and shit, like stuff like that. I think like if to me, I need to be more comfortable, I guess, like in telling you no, you should go drive.
Being comfortable, not being comfortable.
What I'm saying is like, yeah, use your car for what it is. Like, because what's one example? I think you guys are going to Osmos with Ivan, with John in his Tesla, and I literally called you. I was like, dude, I don't want to go anymore. And then, or it was before I said I didn't want to go anymore. You're like, dude, do you expect me to drive you? Just like stuff like that.
Who?
You said that.
Yeah, I think like.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have an issue with driving. It's more like it's just convenient if two people are coming from the same location.
Right.
Like for example, on that Friday, like this is what I looked into. I was like, if me and Jay are both going to the same location, why do we need to take two cars?
Right.
And like I figured, I don't know if it even counted, but I did drive last time.
Where to where?
I don't remember, but I remember like it was between Osmo, like the first Osmos and then the second Osmos adventure. So I drove in between.
So this is where it comes from. So the 2 years that I drove you around all the time, that doesn't count, like, to like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, like if we're adding up stuff, then obviously you owe, like I would owe you more rides, but
no, but like I think you're just like, I think this is such a, I don't know why, but like every like the Friday when I went home, I literally like there are times where I'm just like in my car, like let's say or let's say after we came back here and then you left your car, there are literally just times I'm like, dude, why did I drive? I should just told Ivan to drive. Like I should learn how to say no, like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, like. But I mean, it's funny because like you say this now, but at the time I think when I asked, you said it like you even agreed like, oh yeah, I'll drive, it's fine. Yeah, because I think that part of me, I don't know why, but I'm such a pushover like that.
I think
for everything else, I'm not.
Driving? Oh yeah, everything else you're not. You're definitely not.
But but you go ahead. That's the only thing. No, they're you know what?
When it takes a whole day to think of one compliment.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I should have switched it up. Actually.
What?
The thing you got to work on, but.
What was the other thing you're about to?
You really like?
I think I'm curious. I'm more curious in what I need to improve on than rather than
the compliment.
The compliment.
Okay. I really don't like it when the day before or like a day before the podcast, you really ask me like, dude, what are we gonna talk about? Stuff like that. Like I really don't like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting because
in my mindset, let's say I was excited to come today, but like the last night when we were gaming with like Jordan, you're like, dude, what are we gonna talk about in the podcast? I was like, you know, I was just like,
so it's like those type of things, like those type of things. It's like, you know, jokingly what you like. It's like I think there's like
let me just say I feel like I'm just taking this like
the wrong.
No, I'm probably looking at it the wrong way and probably like not like I'm probably not like what's the word? You know, I need to lighten up.
I think that's fine because it's like it's taking into account like different perspectives.
Right.
Because it's like, do you really want someone to do the same thing if you don't like? Say someone's doing the same thing and you don't like it. Do you really want that one person to do the same thing over and over?
Right. So
you wouldn't want this. You wouldn't want like if I'm saying like every episode or like most of the time, what the hell are we gonna talk about?
That's mostly.
Then obviously you're gonna feel that way every time, despite it being like either I say or someone else say.
Yeah.
Right? I think. Yeah, it's just something I say and like I don't necessarily think about it. I'm like, I like say it. I'm like, okay, it's out there. But then, like, you know, like slowly later on, I'm more so like thinking about like
No, it's I'm letting you know now. I think that's why I didn't want to say it. I think it's just me like, in my own mind, like, you know, overthinking of what you just said. Like,
I think overthinking. Oh my god,
Jay, you're so soft, bro. But yeah, that's literally it. But you go ahead.
Okay, I think a compliment that I think I've given you before is like, it's not. I think it is, but I think It's like how would I word this? It's like a work ethic.
Right.
A work ethic.
You did bring this up there.
Yeah, I think I bring this up like every freaking semester. Every time I'm like out, like say with like I think I hung out with like Jeremy Kwan or something like that, and like someone else, and I was like saying like, yeah, Jay's not out today because he's working on something or like working on something for school. Like, I think that part of like your personality, I don't even know if it's a personality trait like work ethic, but I think
say it again, but look me in the eyes. It's hard.
It's weird. It's weird.
That's why when I told you, I was like, dude, no.
No, I think it's definitely like personality trait. I mean, it's definitely like work ethic for sure. It's like, I don't think anyone else in this friend group has a stronger work ethic than you do. So it's like,
let me think.
Comparing to everyone that I know, like in like our friend group,
right?
I think hands down you top that.
Here we go. Okay, what's next?
Huh? Oh,
thing to work on. Oh God.
It's so funny because I don't even like think about. I think I don't think about that like often. Like what a person needs to do. But like what a person like when a person ticks me off or like something like that. I'm like I don't like as we said before. I don't.
You don't dwell in that energy.
I don't dwell in like okay, this person needs to do better in this.
Wow, really, huh?
Like I kind of just like. In a way, it's kind of like them, like me being a pushover, because it's like maybe it's something I don't like, right?
Yeah.
But like if I don't dwell on it, then they like how am I supposed to kind of act so that person can change?
Right.
So I don't necessarily think like things you need to improve on. I'm like, yeah, I don't really think like that. I don't know if that makes sense in that way.
I don't know if you want me to bring this up, but there was one time. Can I bring it up?
No, go. I don't even know what you're talking.
If I say, do you think I know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you.
So, you obviously talked to me about that, like, you've talked about that before.
Yeah,
but not in the podcast. But like you dwell, like what I'm saying.
That's just one thing because that's the only thing that's like consistently bothering me. Okay. But other than that, you may have to like blurt out that part though.
Okay.
Because like yeah, you just like beep it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so yeah,
that's like the only thing that's consistent. Like for you, like I think the only thing that's ever like annoyed me, or not really annoyed me, that's more so like got under my skin. I think that's a good way. Like got under my skin, is like
I'm bracing myself right now. I'm like, oh.
It's just like communication.
Oh, okay.
Like just generally like. Okay. I don't really care like if you tell me I like to improve on something.
Okay.
What I care more is that you reply faster.
Oh, you know what? I remember in the summer you wanted to do a pet peeve episode.
Yeah, like
and I wasn't texting you that one week.
Yeah. Okay. So like I have this it's not like a pet peeve. It is a pet peeve. Right. It is a pet peeve. Like I hate it when I think it's just cuz like I'm like the way I reply to people is super quick.
Right.
Like I don't want to leave them hanging.
Okay.
Like my thought process, like I don't want to leave the person hanging.
Mm-hmm.
But if I do, it's because I'm thinking about it, or I'm like, like looking at the message and trying to answer constructively or the best I can, right? But if it's like a question like, are you doing anything today? And they don't answer until like tomorrow or next year. It's like,
right,
bruh, like how can you just leave me hanging?
What's your threshold on like how long you can wait before you get like?
Well, it's depending on the person that I know. It's like if I know you're on your phone,
right?
Like say for example, I know that Jordan's on his phone 24/7,
and he doesn't answer.
And if he doesn't answer, that's like okay, what the heck are you doing?
Yeah. Where
is your phone?
So you know how I felt when he didn't answer us on that day that we wanted him to be in the podcast.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
Yeah.
But like obviously not to that extent where I'm like,
right.
Yeah. But like when I'm like, okay, what, like why did you reply? Or the way you communicate things as well.
Oh yeah.
I think we talked about I talk about this with Jay a lot.
Yeah.
Like Jay, when he texts, it's
the tone is not. It's
the
not
tone
there.
Is like obviously it's over text, like understandable, but the way the words he chooses is like harsh.
Yeah.
It's like whatever. I'm like,
that's the only one time I've messaged you like that, because like, the situation was like, so the episode on Saturday wasn't like, it wasn't cohesive, and it just wasn't comfortable to watch. Like, I think me and Ivan both didn't want that to come out, but let's say I asked him, can you do it on Sunday? And then I was like, Ivan, can you record the Sunday? And you're like, no, like you have like
school and all that stuff,
whatever that stuff. And then I literally replied, whatever, fine. That's the only time because that's the only time I've ever replied that to anyone, because I really did want it. I really did want it to sound passive aggressive, just because it came from that conversation
that
we had.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? I wanted it to sound like I didn't care anymore about the podcast, because like I was literally on the brim of like the brink or yeah, but I'm letting you know now, I don't feel like that anymore, obviously. But like,
I mean, we're recording.
Because like I really wanted, because I'm always excited to do an episode. I think after that conversation, like my mind was like, dude, like
how, like, was it like because of how uncomfortable the conversation
no,
was?
it's like when you replied that you like, so obviously like it's fight or flight for me, right?
Yeah.
So when you said like, I'm still in that mindset where like that conversation, right? And you're like, when you replied like you have homework and stuff, my initial thought, and I obviously you weren't intending this, was like, oh man, like, dude, you got to put your priorities straight. Like, you want to do the podcast or not? Obviously, that's not how it is. That sounds way worse than it, obviously, because I know all of us have like you and me have priorities. You have school. You have things to worry about. Like, you know, this thing, like, to me, it's a passion project, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, like, you're not going to be free all the time. Like, I can't expect that from you, and I can't. But you know what? For both of us, I think something we gotta work on is like, even for me, is like we gotta like be more consistent with this. Yeah. With the time that we have, obviously. But anyways, that's why I responded whatever. Fine. Yeah, that's where it comes from.
No, but it's not just the whatever. Like, because it's either, I can interpret it in two ways. Obviously, it's either just whatever is just fine. Like, that's something I would say. Yeah, or whatever fine. It's fine. Yeah. Like you know, like in a passive aggressive way. Right. It's not just that. Yeah. Like, the way you message just in general is like.
No, I think sometimes when it's
like when we have to do something, I think it's pushy. That's
no. I know what you mean. Yeah. I think most of the time when I sound pushy is when it's towards the podcast.
Yeah, that's the only time.
I really do think
like
so.
Any other time, it's like, you driving? Okay.
Yeah, it's like that. Something like that. So yeah, like, well, anyways, that's what the exercise is for.
What?
Oh my God, we just talked about it. One compliment, so we can fix it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
I know what you mean.
Right. That's where I was going towards today. I was gonna ask you, in high school, did you ever? Actually, wait. Here. I want to ask you. Has there any other time in your life where you felt like you've been pressured like that, on the spot?
Like on the spot.
Sports. Anything.
I don't. I think like when it comes to like, I think it's not necessarily any time back then, but I think more so like recently when it comes to like discussion, and if my group mates or group people or in that discussion group do not do anything or do not say anything, I think that's when I feel more pressure to like speak. Right. But it's not in the it's not in the same sense that you're telling me to speak, but it's more so in the sense that I'm the only one who can speak right now. Here's a situation that happened BCIT once. There was a group project.
Let's say the due date's like November 22nd. So obviously, like right now it's November 3rd. We have like 2-3 weeks or whatever.
Wait, it's due date November 2nd?
November 22nd.
Oh, 22nd.
Let's say the due date's there and I have a group of 4. This happened in BCIT like once. Like for the 2 weeks that we had to work on the project, no one talked until like
the last 2 weeks.
The last 3 days. No one wants to initiate. Yeah. No one wants to speak out and like take charge, because like once you speak and take charge, all the responsibility goes to you.
Yeah, like the moment you start
Yeah.
Kind of administering the work.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing as being an IGL in Valorant.
What's that?
Like an in-game leader.
Oh yeah.
Like if you ever played like just solos.
You know what? Yeah.
It's the exact same thing. No one's gonna speak until one person calls out.
You know what pisses me off the more? Let's say I'm the one taking charge, right? Everyone around you, they hate you for being in charge. But no one wants to take charge of themselves.
So then, like, how are we supposed to get this work done?
Yeah, exactly. Like so if I'm not gonna be in charge, who is, right? And they get pissed off like that. That's the thing that But you're saying like, your project, whatever.
No, it's not project. It's just general group discussions. Like if people are not talking, in either Zoom or in person, if no one's talking, then you feel like you can feel the pressure. Like you say if you're in the discussion, you were the one talking the most. Right. And then say, like, class comes together, teacher asks, "Oh, so what do you guys talk about?" That's when you feel like I feel the most pressure outside of like this podcast sometimes, is because no one else was talking like the same amount as me. So they're like the eyes on you. Okay, Ivan needs to speak.
So you're the only one who has to speak in that when
it's not me all the time, but it's more like in those moments that I do need to speak because no one else was speaking. So
the hell.
So like I'm kind of forced to, because no one else was talking about anything.
I hated that the most. Oh my god.
I mean, that happens pretty often in Zoom rooms. So it's like you have to be comfortable in being.
Because the situation was when in BCIT was like it was a production, whatever, like we had to like shoot or something. It's like no one wanted to really so there's like, let's say there's given positions in this group project, like director, blah 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 blah. No one wanted to take the director because like the director obviously takes the most like responsibility
and they do the most work.
Yeah, they do the most work. No one wanted to take that. Everyone wanted to either be like the lighting
camera guy person.
Yeah, exactly. So like there's less to do, and no one wants to be. People want to be told what to do. That's weird to me, but
you know what's crazy? A lot of people want to be like entrepreneurs or just like people who kind of like do their own work, right? Like how are you supposed to do your own work if you're like waiting for someone to tell you to do something?
That's facts. I don't know if my group mates, I think one of them who was like didn't want to take initiative, he has his own business now, so I guess I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, some of them owns their own, like they're like doing their own freelance work and stuff, so I guess.
Mean, hey, it works differently for everyone, or maybe he was just waiting for an opportunity to come out, right, just to do his own.
I guess the project back then, it was like the end of the second year, like it was like close to graduation. No one really cared on what we were handing in. Yeah.
So it's just like, let's just get something out and done, right?
Okay, here. I wanted to ask you this: did you in high school? It was so common in Carson that each year there's always an exchange student. Yeah. Did you always get groups of exchange students, but from where though?
It usually like the people that I would talk to. It ranged from like Germany, like Europe, like Germany, Italy. So it's mostly Germany and Italy.
It's like a batch, right?
Like a batch of like friends.
Right. In high school, I remember.
Were you ever friends with like?
Oh yeah,
exchange students.
This is like, I think there was 2 times I was really like cool with like a bunch of one was from Germany, one was from Switzerland, and one was from I think Spain.
Oh, that's like all over
around, man. Like dude, like when they came here, like did you notice anything different about them?
They were loaded.
Yeah, dude, they were rich,
loaded.
When they came here, the first thing that they wanted, I don't know, dude, they were like, I think in my grade 10s or grade 11s, right? It was weird because one of the German guys, this is not like stereotypical, but so he went to one of our grade 11 parties, right? Yeah. And he literally called like our beer week, and our parties is like super lame. So I'm really wondering, because the guy was in grade 11, right? Like
what was he doing in grade 11?
What kind of parties did he have in like Germany that were like like not even close to ours. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I wouldn't even be able to answer.
Did you ever want to be an exchange student? Where would you go?
Huh? Oh, Europe for sure.
You'd go to Europe?
Like, I think like if I was in high school, Europe.
Wow. I wonder what that Ivan could have been like.
Yeah.
Would you change your name?
Huh?
Would you change your name?
No. I think my name is
we're in Europe. We're in Europe.
Like, I'd probably
I'd
probably go to Germany or Italy.
Ivan is a perfect name in Germany, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so I'd probably, or like even Siegfried, right?
Huh. Are you? You don't have any. It's all Filipino, huh?
It's all Filipino. I actually don't like. I know what my name means, but I just don't understand like why it's so.
Wait, which
European. One? My first name.
Ivan.
Yeah.
Wait, what does it mean?
Well, my parents said it means God's gift. So since we're Catholic, that's what they say.
God's gift, huh? Anyway,
wait, you know the story of me being born, right?
No.
You don't?
Yeah, I don't.
You don't? Oh, okay. Well, you know how many siblings I have, right?
Yeah, Yeah, go ahead. You have like
5 siblings, older siblings.
Yeah, right. I always wanted to ask that. How's that? Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
You like it's pretty much not necessarily. Yeah, I was a mistake. So I didn't know my mom was pregnant when.
Huh.
Yeah, until maybe like. Is it 2 or 3 months? I don't know how long the time is, but
that's crazy.
Yeah, but my mom didn't know she was pregnant.
So they wanted to stop at 5?
Yeah.
Really? They didn't want a 6th one?
Well, I mean, they had a 6th one, and that was the 6th,
right,
obviously. Right. If there was no Ivan, there'd be no Before You Know It. I mean, there probably would be.
Right.
Different name, different people here.
So what did your siblings? Did your siblings ever tell you the story? How they like? What was the room like when they heard like you were gonna be the 6th one?
I don't actually. You know what? That's funny because I've never asked that question before. Mm-hmm. I never asked like my siblings, how is it?
Well, imagine how would they be?
I think they'd be like, oh, okay, again.
Right.
Most likely, like
you have a lot of siblings.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean 5 siblings. That's a lot. That's a lot for someone. And it's like the difference between me and my sister is 8 years. Difference between me and my 3rd oldest brother is 10 years, then 12 years, I believe. 12 years. And then 15.
After high school, did you get a lot of pressure on going to school right after?
Not not pressure.
Yeah.
But I think I got more like I was kind of just, how is it? I was kind of like more so like programmed into just going into school right away.
Cause like, as an older sibling myself, like the oldest, I've heard stories from older siblings. They usually have the most pressure out of like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. Like everyone in my family has gone to post-secondary.
Right.
But I'm not sure.
But you weren't pressured into it, right?
No, I kind of just chose to go to it. I think like I had more freedom.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In choosing what I can do and where I can go.
Because by the time you were in
grade 12,
in like most of your siblings are already established, right?
Yeah,
they can help out the family and stuff. And
yeah, by the time I graduated high school, my siblings were already doing their full-time jobs, except one. Right. Who was also in school with me at the same time.
I don't think we've talked about this, but being the youngest out of like 5,
among 5 older siblings.
Yeah, what's
that like?
Yeah, because to me, back in high school, I really wanted like an older sibling, just because I feel like, all my friends, they all had like, when I was in grade 8, they all had like siblings in grade 12 or like friends in grade 12.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they were more equipped in how to act and how to like choose things, like, you know, what classes. I feel like, you know, like if you had an older sibling, they'll tell you how like high school moves around, what
like
to look out for.
How it goes, right? How things go.
Like that's where like having 5 other siblings, how's that work?
I think.
Yeah, they really, because you know what, I've heard like you've told me stories and how it really is, right?
Like no family's perfect, so obviously there's arguments that come across, but I think like my older siblings, like they told me
generally, like you growing up, how was it like?
Oh, it's more like, since there's such a big age gap between me and my siblings, it was like, and it's not power dynamics. It's more like if my parents weren't home, I'd obviously have to listen to my siblings. And like I think like how say Jeremy and Mikey have their like
Dude,
their relationship, and then how you and Jim have the relationship, how John and Jordan have the relationship with their siblings or with each other. It is completely different from how my relationship is with my siblings growing up, because it's more like I have another authoritative figure to look up to and listen to. It's not like another person who's like not necessarily who doesn't have my back. It's like I just have to listen to them. That's all, right? And like whatever they say goes.
Huh.
Like that's if like you have a big age gap between. I think that's kind of how it works.
Right.
Obviously 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, 15 years.
That's crazy because like your parents really did want to end it at 5, huh?
I'm not sure if they wanted to end at 5, but I'm pretty sure they did. Like they wanted to, but like at that point, I think I wouldn't say I wasn't forced to like grow up faster. Like,
because we know people who grew up fast.
Yeah, we know people who grew up fast. Yeah. Like after maybe just maybe like a year or two, right? But like I feel like my siblings pushed me to do more adult things younger. If that makes sense. So like kind of start like figure out what you want to do in your life. Figure out what.
Oh wow, that young, huh?
Yeah, not necessarily like that young, like say grade 8 or 9. I think by grade 10, 11, my sister and my brother, I think, were already telling me like figure out what you want to do, because if you don't know what you want to do by grade 12, it's gonna be hard to
really
get into school. You know, figure out what you like. You can't play around like all that time.
That's some pressure. Well, I think that's also coming like from love too.
I think
they don't want you to end up like.
Yeah, I think it's more realistic.
Yeah,
like they're like just like you have to be more realistic in how the situation's gonna be.
But when you really look at it, like I think your family's really good, like well off, right?
Yeah, I think like we're like fine, like how we live. Like,
what I mean is like, if one branch like is like, let's say one of your siblings is not working, there's always like a home base to go to.
Yeah, there's always a home. I think like there's a lot of houses to like live in or just sit in if we don't have that. Like I have the option of going to my sister's anytime I want and just letting her know that I'm coming by. So that's good. I think now, it was like, how I told you it was like a power dynamic. Like I would listen to the authoritative figure, whoever it was, when my parents went home. I think now it's more balanced because obviously I'm older, and like I have like my thought process isn't the same as when I was younger. Right. Like I have more responsibilities now. I think it's more like we're not necessarily on even playing field, but I think like my level has kind of gone up to the point where they can't really like
they can't do that to you.
They can't do the same thing that they used to do, right? So it's like,
did you let them know? How was that? Did you let them know?
I think like the
moment, what did you do?
I think the moment like they realized that I wasn't a kid anymore is when I started talking back. Like I think I told you like
where did you learn that from?
How talking back?
like just to stand up to your siblings. Where did you see that from? I'm curious.
I don't have like a specific like inspiration. That's a weird way of putting it, but I don't have a specific like thing that told me to do it. I think it's more like if I don't like something, I'm gonna make it known.
Wow.
Like if I don't like the way you talk to me, like in terms of like in my family, my siblings, I'm gonna let you know I don't like it.
Right.
Like obviously, like parents is kind of the excluded from that.
Of course, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, but like if it's like my say my older brother, I'd be like, did you really need to say it in that way? Like there's another way. Like I always say like there's another way to say it, or be like, is that something you like? Do you really want me to do that? Or like I'll kind of make them question. I'll kind of question like.
You can't really talk to me like that.
Like you can't say stuff like that anymore. I'm not a kid. Like do it yourself.
Oh my god! Like, know what, dude? I remember when did I pick you up? Like we were gonna eat somewhere, right?
As usual, eat somewhere.
Yeah, right. I picked you up from your house, and I remember I tried to hide in like your little what's that little room called? Like the guest room or whatever?
Yeah, the guest room. Like the
I literally was hiding, right? For some reason, Ivan was just in the living room, and for like, I think they asked you where you're going.
Yeah.
And then literally four of your siblings just come in and like chew you down.
Yeah.
They were like, oh, you're gonna bring some home, or you're gonna bring some, like, no, like that's not like how it was. But what I'm trying to say is like, you just walking out of the stairs, it was like, you know.
Yeah.
But when I walked out, it was my turn to get chewed out.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "Oh, what are you doing now, Jay? What are you doing now? Are you working? Oh, you live now, Burnaby? Oh, not, like you know."
Yeah,
it was just
it's like a like when people like that's why I'm scared to bring people over to my house. It's because it's like it's a barrage of questions. Like, who are you? What do you do for a living? Oh. It's like, yo, they'd be asking a straight up dog, like, yo, dog, what day were you born? Do you bite people? What treats do you eat? It's like that, right?
Right.
It's
did any of your like those two siblings that you said were letting you know how life is realistically? Did any of them talk out? Because you said you wanted to become a vet.
Oh no, they never said anything like that. But it's more like they just told me like just get your stuff together.
Huh.
Like
you were in a bad like.
No. I think it's more like I think they got sick of me like kind of just like going with the flow. Like I didn't have a job at the time.
They didn't want you to become comfortable, huh?
Yeah, they kind of I think they wanted me to more so like experience what they experienced, because it's more like they kind of had to
they got the wrath over
no, they had to work for their money. They had to like do all this stuff for their stuff, for like they had to pay for their own car, braces, like here.
Wow.
Like right now.
So okay,
like,
go ahead.
Like I'm privileged to say like I'm privileged enough to say that like my braces are paid by insurance, and like obviously back then when we were still kind of settling down, my siblings I wouldn't say got that privilege because they had to pay for it all on their own.
Right.
But now that I'm like, I think like I have this insurance, my parents are established, everything is established here at home in Canada, they can, like, I have that more privilege of like, you know, I got my braces done, like I'm able to like buy, like get a car.
Right.
I was able to get that money, but obviously for them it was like maybe a little bit harder, but I wouldn't say it's like a full on like trek to get like how like
you're right as they
like
did.
You know, like comparing to like other people, it is a little bit more difficult, but it's not as hard as like what another person would experience, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, I always wanted an older sibling. I wonder what that was gonna be like. Cause
I think like an older sibling that I think you would enjoy is like someone who's like at least 2 or 3 years older than you. Yeah. Because if you have someone with like a big gap, it's either they will take control of that power and tell you to do things that you don't want to do.
There's some things that I still tell Jim like to do, and he still does it, but sometimes he has that.
No, it's like
that pushback.
No, because like I think the younger sibling thinks, I've had this younger sibling. The younger sibling will think like, I have other things to do, and then you're throwing stuff on top of mine. Like, why are you doing that? Like, it's that type of thinking. Like, if someone tells you, like, say my mom tells my brother to do something, and my brother tells me to do that same thing, right? I'd be like, Mom just told you to do that. Why are you telling
Jim's
me?
Jim's done that too. Yeah. If my mom told me to say something, I just throw it like Jim's like.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something small, sure, it's like it's fine. But like, if it's like, if my parents say, oh, wash the dishes, and then they tell me to wash the dishes, I'm like, wait a second, Mom just told you to wash the dishes. Right, I don't want to wash it.
Right, man. Your house is something else. You said it was like a frenzy for.
Oh yeah, food in general is like, oh yeah, that's
Oh, how are we not talking about this? You dropped the class.
Yeah, I was actually about to bring it up.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I guess we can go straight into it.
Yeah.
How's the thing?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So I dropped the class just recently on.
Oh, you're going for an hour.
Really?
Wow! Look at that. We've been going for an hour.
Oh, it doesn't even feel like it.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Anyways, as I told you, I dropped the class because.
Yeah, that's weird hearing from you.
It's. I think this semester is more so. It's not like I don't care about that class. It's like that class is so freaking hard.
What was it?
Is cognitive psychology.
What the hell is that?
It's like, see, like
I don't even know what it is.
It's like
what do you say?
Cognitive psychology.
What does cognitive mean?
It's like things. I think something with like the brain and like the mind and
you really lost me.
Yeah. Like, anyways, like
Did you need that class for your bachelor's?
No, it was an elective.
Oh. Why the hell did you take that class?
Because I didn't have the opportunity to take the courses that I needed.
Oh, so you just need to fill in time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I realized that like now, kind of like building, like I've already built a schedule for the next 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't really need any more elective classes.
Right.
So my thought process was like, okay, I really don't like this class. My grades aren't up to par with my expectations.
Yeah,
my expectations for myself are actually relatively high.
Mm.
And it's at least like an A- to a B plus, like B plus to an A-.
Right.
Like for some people that's easy to achieve, but I think like since I struggled so much, not struggled, but like I wasn't the best at school in high school.
Mm. Are you sure you're? I'm pretty sure you said you were A.
In high school?
Yeah.
I had a 2 point something GPA, less than 2.5.
What the hell is that? Is that a C?
That's like around a C-.
Oh, same.
I had a 2.3 GPA.
Yeah, same.
So I was like, yeah, like I can't. I didn't want to mess it up. All I got was a WD when I dropped the class.
What the hell's a WD?
Which means withdrawal notation.
I was gonna say something else.
Yeah, like I got a 10 out of 20 on a quiz. Let me be real with you. I got 10 out of 20 on a quiz. I got a 14 out of 20 on a quiz. I got a 16 out of 20 on a quiz. My goal for the semester was an 18 or higher on each quiz.
So, okay.
So, obviously, every time I never put my expectations lower than what I set, because obviously
that's tough.
Because I'd be compromising with how bad I'm doing.
Right.
So, I was surprised that I got 15 out of 20 on an exam. Like that for me that's good.
That's a pass.
That's a pass. Like people are happy that that's a good mark. But I remember like I told my
You
friend,
said you didn't want to ruin your GPA.
I didn't want to ruin my GPA.
What's it right now?
It's at a 3.5.
What's that?
It's like a B plus, I think. B plus. Yeah. Well, I didn't want to ruin it because it's like I want to do a master's. Then I will like after I graduate. So obviously, if I do that class and it ruins my GPA, like what am I gonna do? Right. So I just ended up dropping the class, and I emailed my academic advisor, and they just told me, "Oh yeah, you're fine. It's not gonna affect." So I was like, "Oh screw it, I'm gonna drop it." But the thing, I wasn't scared about dropping it. I didn't know I was, but the scariest part about it was I had to tell my parents.
Right, of course. Yeah.
And I remember I told when I dropped it, I told the friends that I was with, like the other group, like Leslie, Janela, Thomas, and everything. I was like, dude, I dropped the class. I'm like, and then they're like, oh, do you really need it? I'm like, no. But I remember telling my parents that same night. I was like,
the same way you told your friends.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, but I told them, Mom, Dad, by the way, I dropped the class, and they're like, huh? They actually were like stunned.
Wow.
It's not like, obviously, like as a parent, you kind of expect your child to do the best. So it's like when you figure out that your child dropped, obviously, that's stunned. That
SoundCloud career coming in.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my. I told them I had to breathe a little bit. I was like,
yeah.
Like what's here to come?
They paid for it, right? School.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's like, oh dude. I imagine if I paid for something and it didn't work out.
Yeah, I called my sister that same day and I was like, Ate.
Wait, after you told your parents?
Before.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Ate, Ate means older sister.
Oh, you wanted to know.
I was like, yo, have you ever dropped a class before? And it's funny because my sister's at our main house because they're having dinner that night with my parents. I was like,
oh, she was on speaker?
No, I told my sister, are you on speaker? And she's like, yeah. I was like, get off. I need to talk to you about something.
Oh, God. Yo.
So
was the parents around?
Yeah, obviously. So she walked into a different room. I was like, have you ever dropped a class before? And she was like, yeah, I have. And I was like, did mom and dad pay for it? I was like, no. Okay. I'm like, I need to drop a class. And she's like, just do it.
Right.
So after that phone call, after she said, literally, Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Mm-hmm. I did it.
Damn.
It was like a thrill. It was like an adrenaline.
So wait, no, you didn't finish a story with how'd your parents react?
No, they were stunned. I think they were a little ticked off that I dropped the class, but then they're okay with it towards the end because I just told them I don't need it, and it's not necessary.
How long were you in this class for?
7 weeks.
Oh wow, that's a lot of time, dude.
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say I would have passed anyways, but it's just I was thinking it's an elective course. Do I really need to put that much stress on myself?
Yeah, exactly. So what other classes are you taking other than that?
Now it's just 2 education courses and then one more psychology course that I'm actually enjoying a lot. So
right. We were saying something in the car. What were we talking about?
What?
We were gonna talk about something.
We were?
There's something I really wanted to talk about.
Did you even mention that you wanted to talk about something?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Right.
Like, I think the only thing that I was gonna bring up is that I almost hit someone today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What?
At the gym.
What do you mean hit someone?
Like, with my car.
I thought you... Okay.
I almost hit them. Like, I didn't... Okay, so what happened was I went to the gym at, like, maybe 6:30 in the morning.
Right.
Woke up at 5 o'clock.
Don't you feel a little... a part of, like, an exclusive...
Group? Heck yeah. You feel like you're better than everyone else. Right. That's what it feels like when you wake up earlier. But obviously that's not the case sometimes. Right. It's just like a feeling, not saying that we are.
It's weird waking up before everyone else, but like when you go to the gym and you know that most of there's like a
decent amount.
Like a decent amount of people in there.
Yeah. But anyways, so I was like pulling up to the driveway, and you know how like dark it can be around that area.
Well, now it's dark when I go to clinical and when I leave clinical. It's
right.
I don't see sunlight.
So it was relatively dark when I left, and it was like maybe like 6. Obviously, right now it's like winter. It's like kind of getting colder by the day.
Yeah.
And like, you know, black is the color to wear for like most occasions. Like, right. You know, the
black. Oh, you hit someone. You almost like almost. A person, not the person,
not a car.
Oh.
So what happened was, it's actually been bothering me like the entire day, because it's like, dude, if I went a little bit faster, and I I could have like literally injured someone today. Like I wouldn't have known. Like I told like my classmate who I was sitting with.
Was the person coming out of the gym?
Yeah. Like the most awkward part is that like he was like walking out. Yeah, like he was walking out of the gym, right? And then I was like pulling in, and I was like looking right and left, and then signaled turn left. But I didn't see the guy because like first of all my mirrors everything's wet. Like my window's wet.
Yeah, that's a tough part.
And it's hard to see when it's wet sometimes. And not only that, it was dark, and he was wearing black. He was wearing black hoodie, black hat, black. I don't know, from Burnaby maybe, if he's around the area.
No, what's his ethnicity?
I think he was. I don't quite remember, but like based on his accent, I think he was like.
Oh, you talked to him?
Yeah. Like based on I'll get to that. Based on his accent, I think he was like Indian.
Oh, so.
Yeah. But like I think it sounded like he was born here, but like he has an accent still. Anyways, so he was wearing full on black hat, black hoodie, black sweatpants. So, and it's dark and it's wet. Like I obviously, and he's like not in front of me. He's to the left of me.
Okay.
So like if this little window that I just made is my viewing angle of the front,
right? This
guy is to the side of me.
Okay.
Like to my side window.
Okay.
And like I'm not really checking there because I'm looking what's in front of me.
Right.
Not what's directly beside me.
Damn.
And I guess like.
What's your license plate number?
No. I guess like he was a little bit like he was like a little bit close, and then I guess I didn't see him, and then he came up to me and I was like.
He knocked through your window?
No, I put my window down. I was like, yo, that's my bad. And he was like, what the F, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? I was like, bro, like, don't worry about it. It's fine. Like, I didn't. I
should have told me
I was like, I didn't say don't worry about it. I was just like, it's like, yo, totally my fault. At least you're safe and okay. Like, yeah. I wish I said all this stuff then, but all I said, my fault, and then put my window up.
Huh.
Because I was just like,
what did he say to you?
Huh? No, he just said like, what's wrong with you? I'm like,
oh, he didn't even try to go conversation. Did he get in the car, or was he?
No, I put my window down. If like I was a little ticked off because I was like, first of all, it's the morning, and I'm like, I don't want to have this conversation right now. Like, dude, like, if, like, I think like I had like it's early morning, and I was like already like ticked off that it was cold.
Right.
And my car was cold, so I was just trying to get out of the cold. So. I think I like whispered under my breath when he left. I was like, if I drove any faster, I would have hit him, and I wouldn't even mind.
Oh my!
Like
god!
Like, like you know, like I'm pretty sure you happened. Like you've had
the last couple of days, man, or the last couple of weeks, me driving, dude. I've been such a road rager.
Yeah.
There's some dumb people on the road. Dude.
Yeah, like I would have been like, man, like if I hit you, I wouldn't even care at this point. Like that's because I was just like, I didn't like, you know how like one thing can kind of mess up your day.
That's the one thing that messed up your day.
It didn't mess up my day, but I was trying so hard not to make it the one thing that messed up my day.
Huh. Damn, you almost hit a guy?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's not like I was going fast. It's more like I would have bumped into him, but it's like, bro.
If you went, like, do you think you would have been able to go to...
School?
No. Calgary, dummy.
Yeah, I'd be able to go, but I just, like, it'd be, like, lingering. Like, now...
No, I'm pretty sure, though, he would probably made a case. Or maybe he is trying to. Maybe he took a picture of your license plate without you knowing.
Like, I would care, bro. Like, did I hit you? No, I don't. Like, at this point, it's whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think my dash cam.
You know what? It's not your fault. It's not his fault. It's Club 16. It's a parking lot.
That parking lot is actually hell.
Yeah.
When it's busy.
There's no lighting on there.
Yeah, they really need to fix that, but I don't want to blame like all like so many different variables for what I did, so I was just like, you know what, it's my fault. I'll just take it.
This is the story I wanted to bring up. When was the last time you were like you were actually just embarrassed?
Embarrassed?
Yeah.
I haven't been embarrassed in a long time. I actually don't remember
No way you're that cool. Like, what the hell?
No, I'm not saying I'm cool. I'm more like, I just don't remember being embarrassed, like, to the point where I can't.
Really?
I can't, like, function.
Come on, bro. You don't remember?
What?
Like,
do you remember a time?
When you're trying to count?
Oh.
No, I remember this. I just wanted to bring up a story because, like, we were talking about the exchange students earlier in this episode.
Yeah.
There was one time when we were hanging out with this the one exchange student that we hung out with a lot. He's from Spain. We went to warehouse downtown, right? Like
you guys?
Or it was like the guy from Spain and two like b-boy dancers, and like they're popular right now. I was the one hanging out with them. I was like the third
the guy.
Just the guy here. So we went to warehouse downtown. Obviously it's like burgers or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
It's all good stuff.
Well, this is where it comes from, like just being embarrassed. But so we sit down. The hostess is like, she's like A1. She's like hot, right? She's like hot. So we obviously order our food. Blah blah blah. She comes back to ask us. Oh no, like she gave us the menu. Blah blah blah. She went back to the bar or whatever. We figure out what we're gonna buy or order. She comes back, right?
Mm-hmm.
When she came back, guess where I was looking the entire time?
No way. Why?
No, I was just looking at her boobs, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is like grade 9 me. So like I was just looking at her boobs the entire time, right? So she comes up to us, right?
Yeah.
And then she was like, what can I get you guys for today? And then like obviously I was like, everyone told their order and it was my turn. I said their order and I was literally not even looking at her eyes, bro. The entire time she was there, right?
Oh and
then like
you're
obviously
menace.
And then she ordered and then she gave us the food. She goes back and then you know how waitresses like come in and like ask how's the food going?
Yeah.
Right? And she was like, oh, how the food's going great, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, what do you guys have planned for tonight? So the guy from Spain, the two cool guys, like the popular guys, like they were dancers too, like, you know, they were like, and it was just me. So guess who answered the really like beautiful looking lady, right?
No.
So obviously I was still staring, right?
Oh,
and then like, dude, how lame is this? Right? This is just embarrassing. This is like super lame,
mm-hmm.
right? She asked us, "What are you guys doing for tonight?" And I was like, and I'm the one who answered, like the guy who's just the one off. Right? I was like, what did I say? It was like, I was like, oh, nothing. We're just gonna go to a bunch of stores downtown and just see what to buy or what we're gonna buy. Like in that, imagine me like grade 9 and like, you know,
in
like
that
long
tone,
hair, and, like acne all over my face. Because like, obviously she was like too old for us anyway. She was probably like in her 20s. We were just like,
what?
In, like
14
or whatever. But she was obviously like, you know,
Just trying to like bring up a conversation.
Yeah, bring up a conversation, dude. How lame
are these kids?
So number one, right? I was just like, because like when I answered that, right? Everyone around me was just like silent, right?
I can just imagine that right now.
Everyone's just silent, right? They're like this, right? No, I can hear in their minds. They're saying like,
"Damn, why'd he answer for us?"
And then she goes away, and then we just finish eating her food, and then everyone, when she left, everyone made me know. She's like, dude, why did you say that? She literally, like, she was like all smiles and stuff. I wouldn't know, because you know what I was staring at, right?
Yeah.
So all of them were like making eye contact. They were confident guys. Like, I'm pretty sure these guys were like, like having 50 bodies like in a week, right? Yeah. And I was the one like just staring at like, right. So. They were all looking at her expression when I said that, and she was like, dude, what the dude, who am I serving here? Like, these guys are not from the city, right? So yeah, that's the one time. But so the ones I'm not gonna name name, but like the one Spaniard guy, right? Mm-hmm. That's the thing I wanted to say about like the exchange students.
Yeah, I was wondering where that exchange student thing was going. Anyways,
no, I wanted to say too, like, bro, they're like, I remember one time, like, so the one time the Spaniard guy who was with us, the guy from Spain, I don't know how to call it, but
Spanish,
the guy from Spain, or
Spanish guy?
I think he was from Barcelona. I don't remember, but
Isn't I remember Barcelona in Spain.
Yes, yeah. But
you could say the Spanish guy then.
Okay, the Spanish guy. I remember him. I don't know what's it with exchange students, specifically the guy exchange students. But to them, at that age, like 14 years old.
Yeah.
Thank God this is in the back half of the episode.
Yeah.
But for them, having sex is nothing.
Really?
Nothing. I remember the Spanish guy telling me, like, he was like 14, right?
Yeah.
14, and he was telling me like how he and like another exchange girl, like student, like a girl, like from Europe too, had sex in the Harry Jerome washroom. They the girl just like invited him just to do all that, like in her house too, like while like the foster like parents are like gone.
Yeah.
Like, to them, it's like nothing, dude. I was
so they're just like going at it, like
going
all the time.
At it all the time. So it was like, cause like, and then there was another time, but like these were just two like Europeans, like Spain's and yeah, the two Europeans like going at it, right? But there was another time where an exchange student went to like someone from like who lives here.
Yeah,
invited to a party, right? And he came back to me. He's like, "Dude, the parties here, like the same or a different person said, the parties here are lame, man. Like the girls are hard to get, and they're not easy like how they are in Europe."
Oh, like so it's like that,
right?
Okay.
Right. I was like, for them, it's like nothing.
I don't quite remember like parties and stuff being like that, but I do remember like a lot of like Europeans or like European like exchange students were sleeping around. I do remember that in my high school too.
I was like, dude, 14 and like, well, I guess I don't know what it is. What do you think it is?
Maybe just like culture.
Yeah, isn't that like, man, like that's why I was asking. No, that's why I should have brought it up earlier. Like, if you were gonna exchange like student anywhere, I'll probably go Europe. I thought you were gonna say Japan for some reason.
No, I think like if I was in high school, it'd definitely be Europe. I just feel like they have a lot of fun out there.
Like how I just said.
Yeah.
Because there was a coworker who told me stories about Japan, dude. It was during like when I was with, well, she's a grade younger than me, but she was telling me how she exchanged student. She became an exchange student where a Japanese girl came here, and then she went to Japan for like a whole school year. Mm-hmm. And I was like, where did you stay? Like I was trying to like ask her because we went to Japan, right? And I just got so interested. I was like, why don't I like? I don't know. Did anyone ever give you an opportunity or like even ask you if you could?
No.
Because I would have taken that. Like
I would have taken that chance in like less than a heartbeat for sure. Right. I think like that would have like
getting to live in that like
at a young age,
in the ecosystem, like that would
at
be
a young age. I think it's beneficial, like, to just understand other cultures, because it wouldn't make you like kind of just like one sided or like one way of thinking.
Because when I was growing up in Dubai, my first thought when we're moving here to Canada, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Mm-hmm. My first thought, like not knowing anything about North America, all I knew was like New York, Los Angeles, blah blah blah, and Dubai. When I was like when we were moving here to Canada, the first thing I thought was literally igloos.
Oh my gosh!
And then once I dropped down and like land, I was like, "Where's all the snow?" That's what my first.
Yeah, there's that stigma though around Canada just being like a place of like moose.
Yeah,
moose.
Why would you say meese?
I don't know. What's the plural?
Dude, I'm surprised this thing is still going. Go ahead. What?
Like I don't know what the plural is of like moosei.
Oh, there's one bar now.
Yeah.
So it's actually going.
Yeah, like I think. What was I saying? Yeah, it's just like everyone views that as like mounties. Igloos, and moose or beavers or something like that. That's how Canada's viewed.
Damn.
Like when you first initially think of a country, like what do you think about? Say, for example, Japan.
Me?
Yeah. Like what are your initial thoughts?
First thought in my mind. Yeah, let's play this game. Actually, I want to play this game. First thought in my mind. Japan. Naruto.
See, I like what I said was sushi.
Okay, Pakistan.
I thought about the flag, actually.
What is it?
Isn't it like a crescent?
It's with green and like a moon.
Because I don't really know anything about Pakistan.
Ask me one.
Turkey.
Oh my God, why did I think that? I was thinking of when you said Turkey, I was thinking of H3H3. Ethan Klein or
okay. Oh yeah.
I think or he's from Israel.
Oh, that is completely.
Russia.
Moscow. That's what I thought about. And like their hat, like that hat. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's play this game until like we're like this is the last part.
Korea.
Squid Game. I was gonna say Jeremy Kwan. I was gonna
That's
say
funny.
Jeremy Kwan or what's in Australia?
Scorpions.
Damn. Right.
Mexico.
Tacos.
Nice.
Did it come from there? It did, right?
Yeah, I think so.
What's another? Switzerland.
Chocolate.
Yeah, first thing.
Yeah,
too.
right. Yeah. Oh wait, also Germany.
Dude, he actually did. First thing I thought was either. Well, first was Oktoberfest beer, and then Adolf Hitler was that last one.
Yeah, that's.
Wow, I can't name Saudi Arabia.
Oh, to be honest with you, I thought of like sand.
Okay.
Like I thought of like sand, like a lot of.
Man, I feel like
sand
we're gonna play this game into cancellation.
Sand or dirt.
Okay, dirt.
Yeah.
Excuse me. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Dubai.
Home.
Nice.
Let me. Wow, Hawaii.
Oh,
Second home.
Beaches.
Man. Wait, your turn.
Oh.
We'll have two more.
Or just like four more.
Two
like
each.
Two each.
Yeah.
I
can't think of it.
Jerusalem.
Jesus.
Nice.
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, me. My bad. Wow. Antarctica.
Ice.
Yeah. Go ahead.
France.
Baguettes. First thing that came to mind. France. Last one for me is Amsterdam.
Red light district.
Yeah, first thing I was thinking about too.
Yeah, I think why I brought that up is because like this whole like, you know how like that girl from like whoever you said like traveling to Japan, I think the way she would view the world would be completely different if she went like if she traveled somewhere at a young age.
Yeah, you know what? I really want to. Yeah.
Because it's like the way we thought about these countries was based on the certain.
Well, you have to ask one more.
I do?
Yeah. You only asked Jerusalem. You need to ask
Dude,
one more.
no, I asked. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I'm like blanking out.
Here's a better question. How many countries are in the world?
I don't know. Like, isn't there like 107?
Oh, I thought there was. Okay.
400?
I think I was thinking about continents. That's why I was about to say 7.
Oh my gosh, Jay. No.
Wait. You said Austria? The Sound of Music.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Anyways, I think how long are we going for? We're going for an hour and 16. Look at that. Look at this. No, it was the battery.
No, that was the battery.
It was the battery.
Thank goodness. It's like our second episode after.
Yeah.
What? Our third episode.
Was there anything else you want to add?
No, I think no. I think just.
You're gonna go to Calgary, so.
Oh yeah.
I want to do an episode when you come. Well, not right when you come back, like a week after.
Yeah, I mean, I arrived back on Sunday night, so like 12 a.m.
You're gonna be excited about.
Yeah, because I didn't get to go, and I leave tomorrow. It's literally November 3rd today. I leave November 4th.
Well, it's for Rochelle's birthday.
Debut.
What did you get her anything?
No.
What?
No.
Why?
Because we're planning to get something tomorrow or the day Friday.
What, like, you actually wait? So
like, we're like, because like I don't know what Rochelle really wants. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be really straight up with her. I'm like, I have a card.
Oh, that's what you. Last thing for this podcast. What did Rochelle call you about?
Oh, that's so funny. So Rochelle called me earlier today around maybe 3:30, and she was like, "You know what, Ivan, yo, I'm sad." I'm like, "Huh? Like why?" I'm like, and she was like, "I'm hungry." I'm like, "And like what you want? What you want from me? Like what do you want me to do?" And she was like, "Well, you know the shawarma here." I'm like, "How am I supposed to have shawarma when I'm in Vancouver still?" And she was like, "Well, I have a wallet and a card in it." So it's like she was implying that I transfer some money to eat.
Oh.
And I what I did was like,
damn, she's bold, bro.
I know. It's great. It's funny though. Like I don't mind because all I do is just redirect it to Jordan.
Right.
Because Jordan was like, I was like, Jordan's getting there.
Oh my god, how we haven't talked about Jordan having work yet, right? We didn't talk about it in the last episode. But anyways,
no, but Jordan has a job.
We'll save that. We'll save that for another episode. But yeah, Ivan's gonna be going to Calgary for a couple of days. We'll be back. I'll post this by like Sunday. So like
Sunday.
Yeah.
Are you actually gonna post it by Sunday?
Yeah. Why?
Oh no, because I usually think that you're gonna post it by Wednesday.
No, not by next Wednesday, but like by this Sunday.
Okay.
But anyways, I want to record an episode like a week after you come back.
Sure.
Anyways, take us away, Ivan.
Anyways, this is another episode with Jude and I. Wait, this is another episode of Before You Know It.
You need some sleep, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up early.
Right.
Anyways, this is an episode of Before You Know It with Jude and Ivan. You can catch us down below with links. And again, we are on Spotify, so we'll catch you later.
Thank you guys for listening.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was a good episode.